gruesome moments in that game was an injury that Stephen Crichton copped. His ear sort of split open from a big hit from Dale Finucane. What did you make of the hit from Dale?
It was an accident. Comes out of the line to try to inspire his teammates, and we're looking at super slow motion. But if you look at it real time, he flies out of the line, Finucane, and it's an accident. Gets the timing wrong because he's going so hard, but it's an accident. Accidents happen.
So you don't think it should be a penalty?
No.
The fact that it was a head clash and not shoulder on head, if it was shoulder on head, I think he'd be in a lot of trouble. The fact that it's head on head, do you think that because he's come out of the line to make a statement, any sort of head contact is illegal? I
still think it should be a penalty. And left it a penalty.
In what way?
Well, he come out and it was careless to a degree because he ended up having contact with the head. That's it. But I think it's a penalty and left there. But it still has to be a penalty. He's knocked him out and he's hit him in the head, which is illegal. You can't hit him in the head. So there had to be. I thought there had to be some sort of ruling. I thought. But outside that, I think Dale's intentions were perfect. You know, his team needed him. They were behind and come up with a huge play. And at the end of the day, it was a big play. But the one thing I noticed after that is Penrith then got the ball, finished a set of 6 down their end and didn't leave there until they scored the try. So Cronulla paid for that.
The match review committee has come out, though, this morning, and now Dale Finucane is facing a 2 to 3 match ban for that hit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
dangerous contact it was.
Wow.
Well, considering, you know, fines and watching Matt Lodge with Carlton the other day, I'd think it was maximum a fine, but...
That's harsh.
That is harsh.
Yeah.
And does that
the
even...
The fact that it was a head clash. I don't know if anyone... Like, there was no intention with leading with the head. I don't think anyone's copped that sort of penalty by an accidental head clash.
Well, that's the sort of thing you go in and fight because the intention isn't there to hurt, considering 2 to 3 weeks.
So the opening of the grand final when Sam Burgess and James Graham collided.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Well,
it's a head clash.
Mate, the rule is, mate, there's some pretty heavy topics coming up at the moment, especially with HIAs, that they're just trying to protect the head. Yeah. Now, if you do that, like obviously he's come out hard, surely that's worth a penalty. And obviously they've now come back and said it's worth 2 to 3 weeks, which I don't agree with, but... You know, it just means you need to take a little bit of responsibility that you don't contact their head. Simple as that.
The fact that he has now been charged and is facing 2 to 3 weeks out, does that show that something should have happened on the field?
Well, just a penalty. It deserved a penalty. Just the fact is he made head contact. So, and they had plenty of time to see it. And the bloke's lying down there knocked out with half a chunk hanging out his ear, which I don't think they saw. But, you know, I think a penalty, like just to grieve the bloke who's lying on the floor knocked out.
OK. So there's no mark to the ear? And he just gets up and plays the ball. Is it a suspension then?
Well, most likely you don't slow the game up.
They don't
see
look at it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Well, Nat Butcher got contacted in the head, and then they ended up bringing him off on HIA, but no one saw the incident because Nat Butcher got straight up. So if you get straight up, then no one there's a lot of times where your head is contacted because. You've got blokes 2 and 3 and 4 blokes.
Well, it goes to show you the different opinions in our game. We've got the guys in the bunker that had plenty of time to look at that and they said, no, let's just play on, let's play the ball. And then we've got the match review committee saying 2 to 3 weeks.
That's a big difference.
Big difference.
Is that showing to you a bit of inconsistency?
A little. A little.
Would you be fighting it? If you were Dale, would you be fighting it?
Yes.
Would you be fighting it? We know you love a judiciary.
So what's the severity? What's the charge?
2 dangerous contact and facing 2 to 3
Grade
weeks.
What? Grade 2 then, is it?
I'll have to find out in the ad break.
I'll go and represent him.
Take your oil.
He might get life.
He might get life.